microwave news segment. This is something new on our channel. Thank you for tuning into this. I got Wayne to my left, I got Kelvin to my right, and in the other room we got Ouija and we got Reese. So it's going to be a bunch of cool content for y'all. Hope you're ready to stick around and ready to hear the news. In the news, Young Thug is starting to get a little chubby in jail. As you can see in this picture, I should show y'all it too. Did I screenshot it?
It looks semi-good. His face kind of looks a little crazy. I did see the picture. His face do look a little crazy, but it might have been the angle.
Okay.
So I'll give him that. But
he got them CEOs bringing them Popeyes chicken sandwiches. He got them bringing them the Chick-fil-A's.
Yeah, it looks like he's got to be eating good.
Mm-hmm.
So
that money was gonna kick in eventually.
So he just looking like he getting a little healthy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I thought that was
because Young Thug's known to being like skinny and slim, ain't he?
Yeah, very slim, tall dude.
Probably stressing out too.
For sure.
And also to update on his trial. A total of 50 jurors have been qualified after a month-long process in the YSL Young Thug case. Tomorrow, 12 jurors and 6 alternate jurors will be selected out of the 50 qualified jurors. Trial is expected to start November 27th.
Damn.
So that's this month. So we will get a lot. Like, so when it finally goes to trial, that's like where they are going to come up with a verdict of what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, and then they bring out all of the evidence.
All the evidence, all the witnesses, everyone that talks.
They done had everybody in this whole camp tell on him, man. It's not looking good for Thug, man.
No.
That's fucked up, man. Yeah. Because he looks stressed. That don't even look like that don't look like a good he doing push-ups and it could, like you said, it could be the angle. It was only one picture I saw, but just from going off that one picture. Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance he could take a plea? Still,
he might have to
before this 27th.
Nah, you said in between there.
Yeah, like if in between now and the 27th.
If his lawyer really thinks he can beat it, no. But I don't know unless they clearly know some shit we don't know. Yeah. Because one thing we do know is that he has 15 people. Yeah. It's it was like 3 months ago. I was like every other day, new person cooperating. This one cooperating. So I don't know. What's the dude's name? Gunner. That shit. I don't.
Yeah, that's definitely incriminating towards Thug. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Is it do you take the admitting to your crimes?
Unless they're giving them a shitty plea deal. It's fed shit. It might be, all right, you plea out and do 25. Hell no.
Yeah.
I ain't finna they plea out, you do 15. Oh, man, I don't want to do none of that. So it could be a situation like that, but clearly they must know something we don't know. Because most people, that's why people take pleas. Because they we're not finna beat this shit. Yeah. I'm not finna take it to trial and then get 300 years. Yeah. Consecutive. I ain't finna do that. So, yeah, man, reap what you sow, man. It's the bed you make. Kids, don't do gang shit. No. And don't rap about doing gang shit if you actually do gang shit. Just common sense.
Be smarter.
They're using fucking songs from his actual lyrics.
Yeah.
They're literally using his lyrics to incriminate him.
Right. Which is federally illegal, right?
In New York.
Okay.
New York just made that rule. You can't do that shit in New York.
So it matters by state, basically.
New York just passed that shit. I'm pretty sure last year, you was talking about it when they actually did it. They literally passed that shit. Only in New York, your anything you do in a song, they can't use it against you. Yeah. And I agree with that. But if you sitting there saying stupid shit in a song, come on. I agree with that.
The song matches the case.
Yeah.
I did this on this block.
It was 9 o'clock. I pulled up. I had the clock. I looked him in his eye. Shot him in the cab, rolled by. And they look at the video footage. They're like, hey, what the fuck?
Everything is happening.
There's a cab right here.
It's a play-by-play.
What the fuck? Shit. Bobby Smurder. How he got caught. He literally said.
He fucked his whole group up.
Bro, he was saying their names. The funny shit about that, when he say their names, you see the dudes in the video. They're coming out the crowd. There's a bunch of people in the crowd. He say their name. They're coming out
that's me. That's me.
That's me.
Yeah,
so, yeah, man. It's sad, man. But
Also in the news, it's been a year on today's date since Takeoff passed away and was killed. And it feels like it's been a year. It feels like it's been shorter. It's like a year. That's how long a year is. It's just kind of doesn't feel real. Yeah.
For real.
But R.I.P. to Takeoff. One of the greatest groups with the Migos in our generation.
I agree. I've never had nothing bad to say about the Migos ever. And people were like, oh, I said, I don't like the drill shit and just drug addict music.
I was waiting for them to get their Super Bowl performance chance. And Not gonna get that chance if they were ever going to.
Did you see that tribute at the BET Awards? That was cold.
When they got together, right?
That was cold. They said they wasn't even talking before he died. Yeah. So yeah, that was cold. I like how they did that though.
Yeah. I really do hope too that Offset and Quavo can kind of like heal from that shit, because that's a traumatic event in general. Like, and just the whole way that shit went down was just like crazy, crazy. There's videos of seeing your brother pass or your nephew.
I was just about to say, I didn't know at the time. I knew they was like cousins or related, but then like when you see the pictures, I'm like, that was like his little nephew.
Yeah, like they literally came up
together. Like that's why I'm like, bro, I can't. That's why even when you watch the video, how he's reacting, like, no.
Yeah, bro.
That shit brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, man, bro. So, RP take right there.
So recently, Burna Boy reveals that he has denied $5 million to perform in Dubai because they wouldn't let him smoke there.
Is Dubai just super strict on weed?
Yeah, they super strict on a lot of stuff, even relationships and stuff like that. For real?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wiz had something out there, and then he found a way to smoke though somehow.
Yeah.
That motherfucker just did that and that joint popped up. But yeah, I remember it was some shit like that with him, and I know another. So they don't play about that shit.
Yeah, and you would think too, because like they paying big money to get these guys to come there. You would think like maybe they would try to like bend the rules for them or something, or like something like that. But at the same time, it's like I don't understand the logic in denying $5 million because of weed.
Because you can't be high while you're there,
bro.
That's what it is.
Like the $5 million will motivate.
Can you get out there for go out there for like 4 days and just come back and just have to thug it out for 4 days, or even like I guess you wouldn't be able. It might be risky or hard to smuggle in like edibles or something.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even try if we're talking $5 million. Yeah. Like, bro, that shit would just motivate me to be sober. Like, fuck it, bro. I get $5 million. 6ix9ine did fucking. I mean, Kodak did a song with 6ix9ine for $1 million.
Yeah.
And we talk about niggas denying $5 million for weed.
I saw people saying he was a fool for that, and I was like, you're a fucking fool. What are you talking
about?
Doing the feature?
Yeah, it's a fucking song. This is a business. Bro, I got rich doing this. I'm not
16 bars for $1 million.
I'm not hanging around him. I wouldn't have shot the video.
No.
But I would go ahead. I don't care.
Like, come on, bro. I'll throw that track down. Give me my money, and we could go about our way. Like, it's nothing deeper than that. Yeah. But, like, yeah, to be, like you said earlier, you gotta be an addict for real.
I smoke. I love weed. I'm a regular cannabis user. Cannabis, motherfucker, not cannibal. No Jeffrey Dahmer shit here.
Oh,
that, you can't go that long without smoking, bro. I don't go to work high. I don't smoke before I go. I don't smoke in the morning if I have something to do that day. I'll smoke when I'm done.
For real.
You telling me you get, and that's for regular work.
Mm-hmm.
$5 million. You like, nah, fuck that. I think he needs more people around him better in this camp. Cause I'd be like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? Like, nah, man, that's some addict shit right there. Yeah. That don't even make sense.
It's tough, bro. It's tough. Like I hope maybe you was making $10 million instead, doing something else or some shit.
Yeah,
but,
like I can go make $5 million over there and I can't smoke, or I can make 2.5.
I hope that you instead you got to make something else during that time. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
If you just stay home, roll the wood, and you were just like, yeah, I could be making $5 million right now. Yeah. Something's wrong with your brain.
Something wrong with your brain if you think that shit's cool. That don't even make sense.
For real.
I'm like, what? $5 million? It couldn't have been that long you was gonna be there.
Definitely not.
They got liquor there. You can't drink.
Like, come on,
bro. What's your like? Come on, man. Drink, eat some food, kick it with some girls. You telling me like I don't get it, like.
And normally they gonna full all expense pay your shit.
That's
too.
What I'm saying.
Like, you're that big,
he's tripping.
Yeah, that happens.
This is crazy, man. Because I used to like this guy, but I always knew there was something wrong with him a little bit, man. Former NBA player Dwight Howard, man, recently has had all these sexual allegations that actually started from 2021. Y'all remember that shit during the bubble, after the bubble, all that shit. He basically invited a man over to his crib, a guy he met on Instagram. They DM'd each other. Dwight texted him, sent him his address. The man pulled up. When the man pulled up, he was surprised because Dwight had a guy there with him. named Kitty.
What?
Yeah, and Kitty was dressed up like a woman. So, yeah, while this male was there, his name is, what's his name? His name is Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper entered the crib, and he basically was, saw them. Dwight Howard, I guess, he's 6'10". Dwight, I don't know how tall Stephen is at all. I don't think he's 6'10", though. Yeah. But he basically forcefully, it says on the report, he forcefully gave him head.
What?
They said Dwight Howard forcibly gave this guy
oral. He gave the oral.
Dwight Howard gave the oral sex, and then he said when he looked up and he noticed Stephen wasn't with it, that's when he stopped. Now, Stephen is filing a lawsuit for sexual allegation. It's happened in 2021. Dwight Howard is denying him even knowing him, all this good shit, and it's a criminal document court now because dude filed a lawsuit. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know, man. This kind of makes a lot of sense though. Why no NBA teams wanted to sign Dwight Howard because they got their ears to the street. They know what's going on. So. That's kind of crazy. How do y'all feel about that, man?
I mean, because you said that was in the bubble too, right?
It started after. Like it was remember he was in the Lakers, and then like that little season, like it was probably when he didn't get signed. Yeah, and he was kind of just. Yeah. So it was around that time when he had some time
why he got out the country and went to
Shanghai
League.
Nah, I think this it's crazy. Definitely, like, I mean, swing however way you want to swing, but like. Forcing people is insane, especially at the stature you are, the celebrity status you are, the height that you are, nigga. Like, whoa, that is just like a little bit crazy. I know that there's probably gonna be a lot more information too coming out about it, but I've seen he's been going live and doing other shit too.
Something
recently,
new just came out. He had something new just came out that I just read. This came out 12 hours ago. Apparently, upon the arrival of the Kitty person, he was there. I guess Kitty performed on sexual acts on him too. Him and Dwight did. Man. So I have so many questions on how big is Kitty and how big is Stephen Harper? Because if they held this dude down,
that's what I'm saying.
That sounds what it sounds like to me. And then he said he was stuck. This is what it says per lawsuit. Mr. Harper was trapped in the defendant's bedroom and believed that he would suffer bodily harm if he resisted the defendant's sexual advances. Mr. Harper felt extremely violated and humiliated and was a complete shock. Wow. Dwight was saying it was consensual initially. Now he's denying it.
Yeah.
How the fuck is
so he denied, and then now he's saying it did. But the
lawsuit came out. Now he's denying it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, man. I don't even know what to say to that, man. That just happened, and I just have to say, Dwight. Dwight, we have to wait and see. This is pending.
Yeah, and even his TikTok, like he was on TikTok reacting, talking about like when the haters, how they want me to respond or whatever. Yeah, I'm like, bro. If you know you at least got something to do with this shit, why are you even responding? That's the crazy shit to me. Like, how are we haters?
How are we haters? Nobody hates you, Dwight. Nobody said nothing bad. We just like, goddamn, Dwight. That's all we found out. We didn't know you was Batman. We thought you was Superman. That's all, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. And if that, like, I mean, and at the end of the day, like,
I feel bad for
you almost deservedly, that one's huge. I think I seen him on live last night just talking about how he's trying to leave a good legacy for his kids. But I'm like, bro, none of this shit is going to leave a good legacy. You kind of just, the thing is once you start going into like actually assaulting people and shit, it's like, that's just the rap, bro. It would have been different if it was like fully consensual for real.
Imagine
but like,
if that was a woman. This motherfucker would be in jail right now, bro. He would be in jail right now. They would be treating his ass like how they was trying to treat Jonathan Majors. Shout out Jonathan Majors. He's beating them cases too, man. Because that lady was lying. They was lying on him. The facts is coming out. They just keep on lying on dude. But it's just a lot of shit, man, where it's like, dude, you can't, like you said, like that physical, touching people. And I don't know, I don't care what you do, who you do it in your bedroom. I personally don't care. But trust me, people that if you are a part of a big brand, you representing their brand.
Exactly.
That goes to the same shit with like Ja Morant. He's flashing a gun. People are like, oh, he's a grown man. He works for $1 billion brand. He works for them.
Yeah.
If they say don't do it, Don't do it. I don't know why y'all so programmed to think, oh, I'm not nobody's. Like, nobody can't tell you nothing. Like, that's what's like, it's kind of messed up.
Your boss is your boss and your business is your business. You
gotta
always remember that.
Business, Dwight, because this is crazy.
This is insane. Yeah, good luck for Dwight in the future, but at the same time.
There's a reason a lot of these athletes don't come out the closet until they're done playing.
Right.
It's just, we live in America, bro. Yeah. We gotta just be real about it. Yeah. There's a lot of, there's heterosexual men who have our same, just the upbringings in America. It's just like the stereotypes that were just implanted. They're always going to be there in somebody's head. So, I mean, a lot of people probably don't want a dude that they know is gay in a locker room with them. Even if he's not even on that with them. But it's just the fucked up programming. So,
yeah, no,
best
it's
thing
definitely
is, don't
weird.
tell nobody shit about who you doing anything with.
Yeah.
Woman, boy, girl, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody nothing. You got a girl, you gotta, you know what I mean?
Your work life is definitely different from your personal life, but it's so hard when they're celebrities. In that shit. Because, there's cameras following you everywhere, bro. And it's
catch you taking a trash out.
Yeah.
Fuck they catch me. I didn't see nobody out there. Where was he at?
Oh, me, bro.
In the camouflage.
Niggas like snipers and shit, so.
But I feel like he could have handled that better just because
way better.
They said he DM'd him on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah.
For a guy that's trying to be undercover, you gonna hit a dude on Instagram? What if dude was just playing? He's like, oh, look at this Dwight Howard shit. That's what I was like. And then you send him your address.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Should have put it in vanish mode.
Yeah. I feel bad for Dwight, but I don't feel bad for Dwight. I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed for him.
I feel embarrassed, and kind of how you let it off too. With I feel like there was a lot of signs. There was a lot of signs.
You could watch this funny compilation.
Yeah.
You'd be like, man, what the fuck?
There was a lot of signs, but you know what? Hey, being in the closet's crazy.
Being in the closet is crazy.
Yeah.
It's that Disney shit. You signed Orlando Magic.
Oh, shit.
For real.
Oh, shit.
Also, in local news, former Hibbing, Minnesota and UMD hockey player Adam Johnson was killed in a hockey game in England in what was claimed as a freak accident. And we will not be playing the video on here, obviously, but there is a lot of video of it on Twitter that kind of shows a guy's leg getting in the air and hitting him in the neck with a skate. And I know there's going to, probably a lot of some people thinking one way or some people thinking another, if it was intentional or unintentional. But regardless, it's always super sad, one, when someone dies, but two, in sports, someone passing away in a sporting event is just it changes. I feel like it'll somewhat change the game forever in a way,
For sure.
Even when DeMar Hamlin had that scare when he died on the field and came back, I felt like the NFL was in shock, what's going to happen next. And now this wasn't in the NHL or in the United States, but he was a former NHL player, so it definitely rings a bell in the NHL and what's going on. But I don't know, it's wild. I've always been wondering how there isn't more injuries with skates in hockey, because it's such a scary thing, but it should always be on the ground.
Yeah,
skates should be on the ground.
I feel like that's the thing is I feel like it's super hard to technically jump and necessarily be kicking at people in hockey. It obviously you would see more injuries probably coming from people checking each other or fighting each other or some shit, but I feel like it's just such a freak accident. It's kind of like this, how games in general started, sports in general started. Motherfuckers was going to the Coliseum and shit to watch motherfuckers get killed by lions and shit. At the end of the day, I think there is a danger in sports, and that's why people also like to watch it, because of that thrill, that danger, the hitting, the clashing. But it's super I feel like it always brings us back when you actually see somebody pass from that shit. That's it. I don't even know how you can move forward with that, because I feel like it's kind of what you sign up for a little bit. Weirdly, you don't try to die. Right. Nobody ever thinks about dying by playing a sport, but that's a possibility in almost every sport.
That's how I felt about, you brought up, the guy from the Bills. DeMar Hamlin. That's how what you just said, that's how I felt. Because I'm that was
Yeah, there was no
He
intentional.
tackled the guy.
Yeah, he hit the
He
dude.
tackled the
Yeah.
He
dude.
didn't
So
take
it's
his
just-
helmet off and start beating them with it.
Yeah,
You know,
it was like that's like freak accidents. But this shit that we just saw,
it looks very fishy. Like it could have been
that
intentional.
shit was intentional.
Yeah.
If I have to say that shit was intentional, because like I want to show me a compilation of hockey the last 50 years and show me how many times you got people with their foot in the air doing the sweet chin music. Sweet chin music, dude.
He did.
With a blade.
He did.
He needs to be in jail.
On me.
That's crazy.
No,
I
if
think
that
it
was
was
my
a
family
open
member, if that was somebody who I knew, we would be upset. We would be rioting right now.
I feel like we need to look at bro's background.
That's what I was saying. Like,
does the nigga do MMA? Is
that
he
too.
into some karate or some
We
shit?
gotta do some homework.
Bro,
Maybe that's what they're investigating.
That's what I'm saying. If bro knew anything
they have prior
about what
beef.
he was
How
doing,
How do you practice that? Where do you practice that shit at? You just in the gym and like doing the ballet shit, like the figure skating shit?
Literally.
Because that's how he looked. He looked like a figure skater. And I'm like, we're not joking because somebody's dying, but it's just like, how'd you do that? And like, how is it not intentional? It's almost like, did y'all watch like the example? Did you watch the Theory and
oh my god, yeah.
Did you see when he threw the elbow? Theory threw an elbow, but it was like that could have been like could have been intentional, but it could have been accident.
Exactly.
It can happen
so used to it
because you're fighting, you're swinging.
Mm-hmm.
That there ain't no fucking accident for that. Like you don't do that.
Yeah,
That would be like the equivalent of like somebody like there's like a rule in basketball when somebody goes up. Don't run over there. Don't run by them. Don't let them land.
Yeah.
If you do that shit, we know what type of time you're on. And then you kind of, people are going to retaliate.
Yeah.
That shit was uncalled for.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think also I think back to like the Jack Jablonski situation from Minnesota. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
So there
back
was
when like we were in high school.
Was that high school? Or we had probably like middle school.
Maybe middle school. Maybe.
What was it? What happened?
So there was a kid over at Stillwater. He got checked in the back and bro went paralyzed from like the neck down.
I ain't hear about
And
that.
so like it was huge like in Minnesota, like at football games, all types of stuff. They were supporting him, making fundraisers for him. Everybody in hockey, I think, for like the next few years was wearing 13 on the back of their
hockey or
jerseys.
They started putting signs. They started
hockey.
putting
So
something
hockey.
on the back, like where it said "stop" or whatever.
Yeah,
like
they
every
put the
jersey had to have a
stop
stop
signs
sign
on
on
the
the back.
jerseys
Yeah.
and shit.
Stop hitting motherfuckers in the back.
Because you're not
Yeah.
supposed to hit in the back. Yeah.
Because he went
Hit somebody's
paralyzed
spine.
down. And it's like nothing, I don't think anything happened to the kid that hit him because like I feel like they think it's like, yo, this is part of the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really like, it's really, yeah, it's like a freak accident, but it's so tragic because you see that this kid was gifted, promising, like had a future, and then it's just all taken away from him, and now bro's just stuck to a chair for the rest of his life. And it's like, obviously it's different than bro losing his life, but you kind of look at it with the same lens, like, can you truly prosecute somebody for playing the game? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like it's if you did they get remember when Myles Garrett ripped the helmet off of that quarterback and they tried hitting with it because that's like using a weapon.
That is using a weapon.
He went to court for that shit.
Yeah, I think he did.
So that's what I would almost compare it to is like if it was intentional, then like you're using your equipment as a weapon.
That's a good point.
You know,
Because,
like actually as a weapon instead of how it's intended.
Shit
You know?
every day. I'm
Like if you hit someone really hard with your helmet on your head and they get a brain damage or whatever when they had their helmet on, you can't really, you were using it the way you're supposed to use it. But if you rip his helmet off and then smack him with it, and now he has,
that's
something.
I feel like if you intentionally are trying to hurt somebody, it should be treated like how it's like you were. Sure. It's not a part of the game. I remember Ron Artest. It was years ago. They was playing OKC when they had James Harden. They was all young. He literally scores right. James Harden's right by Ron Artest. Is like, whoa, smack dink.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Yep, I remember that shit. I remember they were talking. That was like before social media was popping.
Yeah.
At the time, I remember watching ESPN. There was like, do you think something criminal should happen? So I know if that shit was happening today. Come on, bro. So
they definitely got to rewatch the whole game. I think investigators got to watch the game, see how them two collided, or if
like
they.
You said, they're gonna see if he's done this shit before. They're gonna see what you've been doing, bro.
There's gonna be a lot that goes into that.
RP to that. RP to that man.
Yeah,
RP to
Adam
that
Johnson
man.
for real.
That's
really unfortunate. For real. More in local news. Joe Biden is here today to talk about the rural economy in Minnesota amidst kind of our global economic instability at the moment. And also Trump on the other end. Trump is up for trial to see if his name can even be on the ballot for Minnesota and Colorado. I don't really know whether that will go through, but we'll see how that all works out. Because I feel like
are we the only two states that are like debating it, or what do you?
I think maybe
or
other states.
State by state?
I think other states might have already did it or are planning on doing it, but it's like there's not a lot of time necessarily to be doing all these trials right now. But like, hey, we'll see. I guess we'll see. I guess.
Where's he at? Where's he at today?
Biden?
Biden,
somewhere up north. I think somewhere up north.
Yeah, he motherfucking. He's in Ely.
Yeah, he's doing like a little rural tour right now, trying to get all the small town folk to make sure they go and vote.
The real people that fund this good old state.
Oh my god!
I get it.
Tell me what we got. Basically a year from today until next year's election, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna vote for Kanye again.
I feel like regardless, people might write Trump, even if he's not.
There's gonna be a lot of people.
Man, the way he manipulated these people into thinking he
He'll
really
be the most
fucked with them was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm literally, I tell people all the time, I'll be like, with the whole Trump shit came, the election, all that. I'm like, before this election, this dude was name dropped in the most rap songs in the history of rap songs.
Yeah.
Everybody's, you know what I mean?
Bro had the pre-promo.
This shit was a strategic, manipulative move. This was him looking at, where does I get in? Come on, man.
Bro just played the apprentice.
He played the role. Yeah. What you just said, he did it in the country. That's why I'm like, why y'all get so worked up about anything Donald Trump related? I'd be like, bro, this is what he wants.
Yeah.
He thrives off of hate. Like, I don't know. Like, me personally, like, I don't know if he is racist towards anybody. It's definitely the Hispanic community, because that dude be saying some wild shit about them. But me personally, this dude is just... Trump is just Trump, bro. He's an actor. This dude is like a...
Literally.
I don't take nothing dude says...
Seriously.
Like, I take it at, like, now, the Biden shit was wild to me, because I'm like, bro, y'all... This dude really, like, don't got it all.
No.
I don't think Trump is, like, stupid.
Yeah.
I think he's malicious, and
he's
he does...
definitely cognizant.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
He's still got it there.
For sure. But this dude Biden, I'm like, we should not be... I don't know. I was a little bit worried. We don't got to talk about the stairs and all that good stuff, but
yeah, he's been taking his L's.
Yeah, politics suck, man. I don't like it.
For real.
I don't like it.
It's not a good time.
You know why I don't like it? Y'all ever try to have like good conversations? Because like I'm not really the most political person, but I know my A, B, C's, and D. You know what I mean? But it's people that be trying to have political conversations with you, and they don't even know the three branches of the government. That's why I just sit back and I be like, why would I sit here and... But, you know.
Yeah, I stay out of it because I don't know what I'm talking about, so I just stay out of it.
Sometimes, I mean, like, to be honest, the shit, they try to make that shit sounds like it's deeper than what it really is. Yeah. That shit be about territory, and it be about oil, and it be about money.
Really?
Why do you think gas is low right now? Because we fucking funded 2 wars. We still doing the Russian, we still funding them, and then now we get involved with this Israel shit. It's gas low now because of war. Like, that's simple.
Historically, too, just America gets involved in war, too, to repair our economy.
That's
so
how we were built.
Yeah.
We moved that motherfucking, that little ship towards the Japanese line. What they do, they bombed the motherfuckers like 5 a.m. Pearl Harbor. That's what Pearl Harbor was. We provoked them to do that. Then what we do? Boom! Yeah. Reset a whole motherfucking... That was crazy. Literally. Like, the shit's deep, bro. The shit deep. But, like, it's not that deep. If people just understand, like, they're using us as the pawns. It's all chess. So that's why
money.
That's why I don't want to get... Like you said, I don't like getting analytical about it. I know I just did. I don't like getting analytical about that shit like that.
Capitalism is real, y'all.
Oh, yeah. That's what we thrive on, right? Everything's for sale.
Yes, sir.
What's up, family? It's Reese LaRoe. In this segment, we have underground music. So today, in the underground, there's a lot of talk's been going on about Baby Santana and his new choice in aesthetic. He's been posting a lot more like, I guess, Cardi-esque, people would say, or like femboy-esque photos, or like dress styles.
Because his name's Tana, right?
Yeah, it's Tana now. Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's doing stuff like this.
Like Hello Kitty with the eyeliner,
with the makeup, and then posing like this with the low-waisted jeans.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Saying if you love me, please say, like that, which is different. And obviously, his fans, like, his music hasn't changed necessarily. It's probably even gotten better. But, like, people are just questioning, like, I guess their question is sexuality now? Or, like, what is he going with this? Where is he going with this aesthetic?
What's the goal?
Yeah, what is the goal? And why, if this was the aesthetic that he was looking for, why didn't he come out with it sooner?
Yeah.
Type of deal.
I mean, shoot, if the goal is to be yourself, I get it, whatever.
Exactly.
But if the goal is to kind of, like, push some kind of narrative, it's a little bit weird. I mean, at the end of the day, do your own thing.
Exactly.
Tana definitely is, like, a really cold artist for how young he is.
Yeah, really young. He's only 16.
Yeah, really been pushing the freaking boundaries. But I don't know. The industry is a weird place. You never really know. A lot of people, like, we didn't know about Lil Nas. I think we just talked about that in a different segment. But, like, we didn't know what Lil Nas was about until after Old Town Road and all the remixes and everything came out. Then we just start seeing, bro, dropping from a stripper pole from hell. So, like, I don't know. Like, sometimes you'll never know, but, you know, like, also I understand the business. Yeah, I understand the business of the industry. So, it's dope. And he's trying to push a fashion aesthetic. Maybe he's trying to get up there, being some more fashion shows.
That's what people are literally questioning,
In other viral music news, Cole Bennett just dropped a Ken Carson video. I think is this his first Opium video? Cole Bennett?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So Cole Bennett drops his first Opium video, Fighting My Demons, with Ken Carson. I liked how it looked from the snippets. I haven't watched the full video.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
What also intrigued me about the song is how Ken Carson's using the low thing, the deep voice, tone. And I wonder if he put Cardi on with that.
I honestly feel like he might have.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, because I did hear that in the album.
Yeah. Because, like, Cardi pulled that shit in whose album was that?
Fiend on Travis.
Fiend on Travis Scott's shit, but
obviously he's part of the camp, so they making songs together all the time.
And Ken produced, I'm pretty sure, for...
Ken produced for...
Was it Travis?
Travis,
yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on that album. Yeah. So that's why I was like, potentially, he could have introduced that to Cardi.
He introduced that deep voice.
Yeah, because it really, to me, it sounded really good when Ken did it. Like, his voice matches it a little bit more, but it's kind of cool, like, that they're trying to change the wave versus what they were originally doing with the higher pitch kind of shit. Yeah, they're changing their sound, and then hopefully you'll see, I mean, you'll kind of probably see soon all the other people that will start to try and replicate it, which is really kind of cool. But
it's interesting with Jeet, the originator, with the lower voice, because he would have on the songs, you know. With the,
It's just so weird because they use, like, some kind of, like Yeet, you can tell his voice is like that. Like,
he really do sound like that.
He really do sound like, I really do what I want. Yeah. Like, but them niggas, like, I don't know what it is. They have some kind of certain, like,
different. It is different.
Like, it's like demon. Yeah, it's like a demon. It sounds demon.
It does sound like distorted like that shit though.
For real.
Because niggas be sounding, because like you can tell niggas isn't saying it in like a normal pitch, but it's pitched down type shit. Different shit.
Yeah,
it's not a normal pitch down.
For sure. Definitely different.
Recently, and for like the last like month, bro. I mean, I think nobody can ignore Molly Santana's this rise.
Yeah,
just the underground in general. That shit is fucking out of control.
Literally. So I had that as one of my topics, but I also wanted to add the name Netspin to that.
Yeah, him too.
What do you think? What do you think in reality it costs to be
like that
pushed like that? Because
I was thinking
she was at like 10,000 followers last month, and the thing is like
40K this week.
Yeah, and every single promo page has posted her, and obviously she's like reaching what 40K, 50K,
40K, and 40,
yeah.
So
She's reaching that almost 50K now.
It's crazy though. Like, her music streams don't necessarily match though.
No, they don't, because this is an internet game. They're playing an internet game.
Tragic,
so like,
bro.
this is how promo like works. Is like basically, if you don't know, people will pay a lot of pages to push their music or their agenda or whatever they're kind of trying to do. And I think that right now, it seems like a lot of these pages are behind this Molly Santana and net spend. And it's like, it's funny how as a community we begin to know about them because they just dropped a bag on all these fucking pages.
Yeah. And
so
it's crazy because people will be talking straight down in like the comments. But they'll be like, oh, Rich Amiri called though, and it's like this nigga did the same thing. Yeah, well, so it's like a lot of the rap fans and those pages. Some of them know, and some people don't.
Yeah, Rich Amiri, I'd say he was one of the first guys TikTok up though.
Yeah,
so he did hit that real TikTok because I remember there was like
Osama.
Yeah, because Osama Son's that recent one. Rich Amiri had that real like distance from the underground because he had all the TikTok fans and following. So, like, I think that really did set him apart. But it seems like the promo works to get your name in people's mouths. Yeah. But is promo something that can end up with longevity? Is my true question. Or is promo gonna forever be a thing that will push people to looking at you? Or will people soon decipher that, oh, you're just placing this person in front of me and you have money. The next person. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, technically, I feel like people understand that kind of with the industry.
For real.
So it's like, so I think to an extent, like, there's always going to be that avenue of, like, pay to win kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is, like, kind of like the sad part because that means that there's going to be an indefinite amount of talented artists who just music would just be in their laptop in their basement type shit, and if they don't necessarily have an excess amount of back end or an investor, they're just cooked. You know, because I mean, even if you look at each career, he had investors and shit like that. You know, like it wasn't purely off his own.
Every
strength.
major artist who has been blown up right now has had some form of investor for sure.
A lot of them do.
I think it also
you really do, bro.
I think,
what was it, like 150 bands or some shit?
I think it comes with also like
a
huge form of authenticity or like originality too, though.
For sure.
Because you can't be like a direct carbon copy of the next motherfucker to necessarily blow up in as far as longevity, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like you can blow up, but if you want to be longevity, you have to be completely different from.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I see this fast rise for like Molly Santana, but I don't see anything like she's necessarily better than BK Derulo and that's anything like that. And I just see a lot of connections to other artists through these people that they're promoting. And obviously, too, a lot of these promo pages just may like that type of music and they'll push that type of music. But like, to me, it's like, is promo entering an oversaturated market?
Oh, 100%.
Will it become oversaturated?
It's getting there. It's going to slowly get there. If the promo pages aren't being critics.
If they're not curated.
They need to be critics. I feel like too, like almost like even giving your opinion on paid promo is like might be more beneficial to the future because if you say something's ass, someone's gonna go and listen to it to make sure it's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing. They go confirm if it's good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
it's very true.
And then you can validate your page more by signing off on good and bad music. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just allowing anyone to pay to play.
Which is why people respect people's opinion, like Anthony Fantano or whatever. Yeah. Because it's not that like he doesn't have a good or a bad opinion, is that he has an extensive amount of opinions so where you can build up and kind of graft your own opinion and match up with his, like, okay, I see what he likes about music, but also he does know what good music sounds like.
For sure.
For sure.
Bro, because sometimes he be giving shit check 2 ratings, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen him do that.
He's been low before. He's gave 0s before.
Ooh, yeah, he'll cook you if you fucking up. For sure.
Crazy.
He'll definitely cook you. As you should, though. I mean, and that's the thing about music is, like, at the end of the day, is like, if someone doesn't like your music, they have every right to cook you. Just for this reason, just like the same way you have every reason to put it out, you know? Yeah. If they want to cook you, shit, it is what it is, shit.
People are allowed their own opinions, man.
Yeah, just find more people that like you.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, because, shit, every artist, Katy Perry, I don't necessarily like her music.
Yeah,
But
even like Rebecca
but, like,
Black
you know,
blew up with the Friday shit. Like
that
was
like,
almost like the worst song a lot of people had ever heard. And that shit was.
And it put her. It's crazy because it put her on. It put her into a whole new level where she doesn't necessarily have to worry about her bills and life and shit like that. So, hey. You never know, man. What's trash to somebody else might really. I mean, at the end of the day, people played it over and over and over
bro,
again. So,
literally. I mean, shit. Same way that there's different genres and different sounds for a reason.
For sure.
You know? Like I don't love country, but there's enough people that do that make it hit #1 on the Billboard.
Yes, sir.
Quick local music spotlight. We got some cool shows that are coming up end of this year, early next year. Party Alone is on tour, and he'll be here November 24th. And Javonta Patton, who is like one of the most popular gospel singers in the world, or at least like of this like time frame. Like there's definitely some greats out there. He has his first headlining show at First Ave on February 2nd. It'll be a good one to go to.
Songs right now, man. I've been it's been like some locals dropping, man. Cody Mesco dropped, Snellin' Ave, that's off his new joint, the new album, EP, Wait on It, you know what I'm saying? That's out on everything. Khalid dropped Roadrunner. I like his freestyle, was it Coming Home freestyle on there? That's one of my favorite joints. Yeah, was it? Yeah. Shout out to Khalid, good dude. And, No Let Up Migo, you know what I mean? I've always been a fan of him, you know what I mean? He just dropped Duck, Duck, Goose, you know what I'm saying? That's it's making this round.
Minnesota, that's Minnesota. Is it Duck, Duck, Gray Duck is a Minnesota thing. Duck, Duck, Goose is like what everyone else says, right?
Yeah, facts.
And I know I've been trying to keep up with some more of the females that have been dropping because we are putting together a female show here soon. So I seen Taylor Brienne has a cool video on the way, and she's getting a lot of buzz for it right now online. So we're tapping with her. I don't know what the song's called yet because I don't think she put that in any of the captions, but she got a cool video on the way. So tapping with her if you haven't yet. Now, a lot of you know Kirk Cousins has suffered a season-ending Achilles injury and is dreadful to a lot of Minnesota fans now. And I think all the Kirk Cousins haters are getting what they want, and they're going to see if what they wanted is true.
Yeah. I wonder, what does this even mean for Kirk Cousins?
Kevin O'Connell was just in a press conference. He was basically hinting that he wanted him back next year. He's like, I know it's a contract year, blah blah blah, but we want Kirk Cousins. He's like, Kirk Cousins knows how I feel about him.
It makes sense.
Yeah, man, that was just that injury was just crazy. You just seen Aaron Rodgers tear his Achilles, and Kurt happens. You know what I mean? Like y'all know about Achilles injuries. It's like one of the craziest.
The whole NFC North quarterbacks are all. I guess Aaron Rodgers in the NFC North no more. Aaron Rodgers is still their quarterback, but Justin Fields, fucking Kirk Cousins, and then Jordan Love might as well be injured. And then you got Jared Goff holding it down.
And it's kind of messed up because Kevin O'Connell, I agree with him, man. Because even if, because I know people like you said, the Kurt haters, they want him out. Even if this didn't happen, and he still played the rest of the season. Who the fuck is going to replace him right away? Y'all talking about tank for Caleb Williams? He's struggling in college right now, so you can't expect him to come in and help right away. But the injury, I don't know, it's kind of messed up, man. Because I think we was going to pick up momentum, man.
We got easy next 6 games, which gives me excitement for the rest of the year. I think Hall's going to still start Sunday. Was the report I think I seen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how Dobbs, because Dobbs got some good highlights. He's smooth. He was on a really bad team, so I don't blame him for being 1-7. So.
And he beat the Cowboys this year. He beat the Cowboys this year.
That was their one win, right?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, before
but still, the Cowboys are a team to freaking be reckoned with this year for sure.
I think the signing's good though, man. Because honestly, even with the way Kevin McConnell's offense is, man, we need a kind of mobile quarterback. That's the one thing that we love and hate about Kirk. Kirk can run. He just doesn't like to. We've seen him get a 15-yard last year when he ran all the way to that shit. He knows how to run. He just doesn't like to. So having a mobile quarterback right now, this shit might be what we need. But then again, you still got to throw the ball.
For real.
So that's why I'm not completely sold yet because, again, ain't nobody throwing that ball like Kirk. People can hate all they want to. If that dude was on a different team, they'll be on him. They hate on Minnesota for some reason. No,
that man's accurate. That man is
last
very
5 years,
accurate.
Though, top 5. Yeah. Last 5 years, we don't talk about that.
I fuck with Kirk.
I fuck with Kirk.
I'm Team Kirk. I wasn't right away.
True.
The first, I was one of the first 2 years. I was like, nah. Then after that, I'm like, nah, he's cold. He's nice.
Yeah.
It's the defense in the offense. I'm like,
Exactly. Nah, he did his thing.
Man, just get well, Kurt. You know what I mean? I think we should have him back too.
For sure.
They're talking about Aaron Rodgers coming back. I don't know what the fuck they do with these dudes now because that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant was out for like 2 years. Kevin Durant was out for like 2 years. Klay Thompson was out for like, well, he didn't tell us to keep.
Kobe made a whole shoe for the Achilles.
That big ass heel boot. I hated that shit. I was working at Foot Locker when that shit dropped.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Matrix boots.
Swear. Last night, Victor Wembanyama pulls up to the Spurs game dressed as Slender Man for Halloween. And on top of that, he channeled his inner Slender Man and ended up winning with 10 seconds left? 10 seconds left in the game, scoring 4 points with his team over KD and all the guys over at Phoenix.
And he got a body.
Yeah, caught that body.
Yeah, and he got a body. I was like, wow. Yeah,
KD was just looking like.
KD got. I don't know who it was that took the ball, just ripped it out of his hand. Number 3 on their team. I don't even know. I forgot his name, but he just ripped it right out of his hand. Like in that little end of the game highlight.
Right in the corner, and then KD's just sitting there looking confused.
Trying to look for a foul or something.
Looking like a fucking dog that lost his owner. Like, you know what just happened? He took your ball. What are you going to do, Kevin?
You think the Victor Wembanyama hype is real? Is he gonna
when you say the hype, you mean like, because like, I don't agree with them hyping him up to be like LeBron. That's next level shit. But I see why they're doing it. But I think he's here to play.
He's like rookie of the year. Win a landslide
that's
or
not what I said. Chet is getting rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, he is.
Hometown.
So he's still eligible to
didn't play a single minute.
He got that Blake Griffin treatment.
Yeah, but he didn't even get to touch the court last year. He got hurt in summer league against LeBron. He tried to block. Wasn't he? I think he was literally trying to block LeBron on a layup or a dunk, and that's when
I think you're right. Yeah, because it was an ankle, right?
He broke something or tore something. It was something with his leg.
It's gonna be close between them. I'm not gonna just say Chet's gonna get. It's gonna be super close, but clearly it was between them two. I think.
Yeah,
it's gonna take that Spurs
OKC
game.
Have you seen the way they
really
move?
See.
That shit is impressive.
For them big, to be that tall and move like that.
7'4"? Could you imagine a guy 7'4" chasing you? You know how crazy that shit. Just imagine like they can cast him, but basketball doesn't work out for them dudes. They can cast him in like a horror flick and just dress him up as something crazy. Like,
literally, Wembanyama can be the Slender Man. I think they gotta do that. They might have to cast.
That was when he was wearing the weight and the gloves and all that shit. I was like, he looks like it looked like a real type of like he's really from that type of way. That costume fit too well.
That fit way too well.
I don't believe that was his first time wearing it. That's all I'm saying. I think the hype is real though with Victor.
Yeah.
The shenanigans continue, man. I feel bad for Scottie Pippen. You know, it was just brought to everybody's attention recently. I don't know what podcast it was. It was some type of podcast, and basically, he's telling everybody that he wants his dad to basically grant him his blessings in marrying his former teammate's wife. Mike already said, I don't know if y'all saw the video. Mike, did y'all see that paparazzi when they asked him if he approves? And Mike was like, no.
No, I didn't even
So break it down for me. Who's marrying who? And who?
So, Michael Jordan Jr. Jeffrey Jordan? Is it Jr.?
That's Michael Jordan Jr.
It's Michael Jordan Jr., right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. No, it's Marcus. Marcus Jordan.
Marcus.
Marcus Jordan is about to marry Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, Larissa Pippen. How you say her name? Larissa, whatever. I don't know. She's bad. Anyway, he's trying to marry her. The shit is weird because, you know, the history that they have. She's going on this tour basically just talking about, well, you know, I really didn't know him. I was in college when Scottie and them knew each other. And I'm thinking, like, so how old was he? You know, so the whole thing is kind of messed up. He wants his dad to be at his wedding. I don't think Mike going to pull up. How would you feel if your dad didn't go to your wedding, man?
I mean,
shoot. For sure.
It's it's definitely it's definitely bogus if your dad don't go to your wedding, but you also know that, like, that's one of your dad's best friends' ex. So it's just like saying, if your other homie got with your other homie's former ex, would you still slide on the wedding?
Right.
I feel like you might have to have the blessing from the homie first before, like,
I'd be like, I just don't want to be involved.
Exactly. It's too messy for me.
If Scottie Pippen was the snuff Marcus Jordan, if he saw me in public, would he be wrong?
Like, will he be wrong?
Would he be like
Will
morally,
Michael Jordan
would he
have
be
to
wrong?
step in? Would the Michael Jordan have to step in?
So that'd be crazy. I don't want to see that happen.
Exactly.
Man.
Like, that's too much.
I ain't gonna lie. From the jump, I knew this was a recipe for disaster because, I always personally say, two insecure person and secure person, they shouldn't date each other.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, from outside looking in, it looks like she's kind of insecure about herself. That's why, you notice she's still bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, some of the plastic surgery, all that, she want to mess with the younger dude.
That headlines.
Yeah, exactly. So, I kind of get, then they talk about starting a podcast. Like, we don't need a podcast. What are y'all going to talk about?
They're going to do round table talk.
It sounds like part 2. Unless Jada's involved, I don't want to be there because she's just the devil. But anyway, I don't know, man. I personally don't like it. I don't like it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. I would respect my pops and not do some shit like that unless this is a direct order from his father. But I can't see Mike doing it.
Yeah. Nah, that'd be some malicious shit from Mike, for real.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that'd be some...
That's different. That's this personal. Can
And
you imagine what his son has to go through? Imagine what his son went through when he was on that Lakers bench and Malik Beasley is coming in and out the game and this dude, he was smashing his mom too.
Yeah, no, that's insane, bro.
I'll be mad at my mom.
For real. No. I knew something was up with Marcus Jordan ever since he dropped them trophy rooms and nobody got a pair of them.
What's that?
So they were like these Jordan 1s that were the Chicago ones. Because he has this brand called Trophy Room, and they have like a partnership with Nike and Jordan, obviously, because of his dad.
His dad, yeah.
Obviously because of his dad. But like he basically dropped the Chicago Jordan 1, but it was like crystallized to look like a trophy kind of. And like basically there was this whole like scandal of like where did the trophy rooms go because they never dropped on Nike. Nobody, like no normal people got them. All the famous people got them.
That's
and
it?
So yeah, he just backdoored them basically. Like all the pairs that were supposed to go out to people, to famous people. So I always knew there was something up with him from when I heard that story.
Trying to capitalize off his dad's name and make an extra profit.
Mm-hmm.
Think he's slick.
He know what he doing with this Pippin shit.
Yeah,
he
with
know
this
what he
Pippen
fucking
shit.
doing.
Yeah, because that's what I said. I'm like, bro, out of all the girls in the world, you Michael Jordan's son. That would be the perfect name drop everywhere I go.
Literally.
Yeah, I was watching this. Yeah, my dad, when he made them, every time I get a chance, I'm going to find a way to bring him up. So for him to do her out of all people, I'm like, bro, there's no way. I know you've seen badder chicks. I know you had chicks at you. I don't believe it. I think this is, like you said, this is some deep underlying shit.
Deep shit, for sure.
I don't know. I don't think he likes his dad.
Yeah,
he might be the black sheep.
He can't. Son. Yeah, he can't doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, Waterway fam? Reese LaRoe here with Lost and Kelvino. In fashion news this week, we have a question for the people or the fashion community itself. Is Ben slacking and his New York community, consisting as Jake John Howard and Hal Cole, the biggest things to take over the fashion scene right now? They've been having a lot of famous people pull up on them in New York, such as Joey Shed Theory, the Chloe Bailey twins, what's her name, Doja Cat, all purchasing their clothes or their one-offs of knockoff of Balenciaga, trying to revitalize that brand.
That's how cool, right?
Yep, correct.
For sure.
And even Ben Slacken, they collabed on a shirt that they did. It was literally said Balenciaga.com on it, and they ripped them up and stomped on them and sold them on the street for like $100 and $150, and they're now reselling on Grailed for like $300.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
I think it's a super weird like time in fashion, but it does also just give me a lot of like the Kerwin Frost, Ass Pizza, Ian Connor days. Really,
Yeah.
I think the thing is, some of them are gonna rise, some of them are gonna fall during like the real come up. Like right now, I think it's like with a lot of that, it's a super novelty aspect of fashion when it comes to like groups like that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna depend on the collaboration that they do that's gonna really put them to the next level. Because like somebody like How Cole, I've seen him even dressing up Kid Cudi and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you've already almost reached the pinnacle, but what is that next step that's gonna make you that real household name brand?
Like that
because that's what creates that. Almost that millionaire, billionaire, almost like level, like out of these designers. Yeah. So it's like who can become out of these groups the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the next one? Who's gonna be the real? Yeah. Who's gonna be the next like Off-White? Because it's like a lot of y'all, just like rappers, like you'll be popping today and then you'll be gone tomorrow, and like it. Obviously, things like with Ian Connor, allegations and other things will come alive, or like. Maybe just drugs and things like that may come apart, you know? So, like, I think that there's a lot of what ifs in the groups of those guys in specifically who have control of the fashion scene, especially because we've even seen, like, now I'm blanking on his name, Burl from Minnesota, because he was connected with them as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Shit, why can't I remember his freaking name?
Or who are you thinking of?
Dude that had the belts and bro, he passed away. He just
Levi
recently, Levi. Yes,
Levi,
I don't know why I'm tweaking on that, but R.I.P. Levi. But literally, like you never know what someone's next route is or what someone's next move is. Maybe these guys could even be currently in a very like a rut almost fashion wise. Like they might not know what the next thing to make is, and that could delay their process of coming up like for a while. For sure.
Definitely, because they've created like this. They almost revitalized like that look that Kanye was going for with the rich homeless.
Yeah,
like you're wearing expensive pieces, but you look like a bum basically.
Yeah,
and so that's really like the New York swag right now.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy, I feel like. So I'm interested to see how that's going to transition into the casual world.
Yeah,
and also like what their next move is after that.
For sure. This one isn't, I feel like, as new, but Alix recently dropped an album, and also Patek Philippe's. I think he had like a bunch of big artists, kind of like Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and like a bunch of like other underground artists on the tape.
Yes.
But it was kind of cool to see an actual designer brand reach out to a lot of these underground artists.
It's the first time that a designer brand's ever done this?
At least with this caliber of artist, for sure. Right. Like, I don't think any other designer brand has done this. But yeah, and then it's really cool on top of that like within the same month they get a whole Patek Philippe collab. I wonder if that was like the feature payment for the album. I would have taken a Patek Philippe Alix collab. But they're clean. I think they came in like gold, like charcoal, and like gray. Really clean watches. Probably a really good collector piece, just because it does have the obviously big watch brand name plus really big designer name attached to both of them. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to kind of see what Alix does, because it was giving me a lot of Givenchy vibes,
like just the blacks,
the aesthetics of it. So sure. I do want to see if even Givenchy might come out with something, because I feel like their connection base to the music scene is really, really heavy, like with Cardi.
Matthew Harmon
walked for Givenchy.
I was gonna say Matthew Harmon be like creative directing people albums and stuff.
So I think they could jump on top of it, unless somehow Alix and Givenchy work together. They might have same designers together or something like that. But it does seem very esque of each other of how they're kind of working right now. So I think that's dope, really dope.
So the next topic we'll be talking about is the Denim Tears collab with Offset. Pretty crazy. I did not expect someone like Offset to do a collab with someone. It was a very unexpected collab.
Yeah.
As far as
I think when I saw the video of him pulling up to the Denim Tears drop, I knew something was going to happen because of the way that there was like a recent one in New York that had just happened before his drop.
Yeah, I think it was like during Fashion Week.
Yeah, during Fashion Week, he pulled up, big ass Suburban in the front of the Denim Tears shop, pop-up shop or whatever, and he was just playing all his unreleased music and shit. And for all the fans, and I'm like, and then they gave him like the front row, just walk in, grab what you need, and get out, like kind of entrance. And so like I was guessing when I saw that, like, because there are other famous people who were there, But since they really highlighted him,
Offset,
I knew that they were
like
going to do something next.
And he was wearing the pieces.
Yeah.
Yep,
there.
Yeah,
and then the thing is then Cardi B started posting them a lot. So it kind of like, you kind of got the feeling that something was coming, but I didn't understand how it was going to come out. And it's kind of crazy because, like, most of the jeans sold out for the most part, but, like, it took a while for, like, t-shirts and the hoodies and stuff to sell.
I feel that because it's, like, at the same time, it's, like you were mentioning with, is Bro taking on the same aspects or looks of, like, V-Lone.
Yeah.
With the, like, maybe you were accentuating with the collab merch.
Yeah.
Or even just, like, attacking how he is attacking the black culture or the lifestyle branding of it.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like people wouldn't want to wear, like, a shirt that maybe just says Offset with the Denim Tears on it or something. Or maybe that was something people were second guessing.
Right. No, that makes sense because I think it's Tremaine Emery, who is the owner of Denim Tears. I think that he is really pushing the boundaries in terms of creativity, black creativity, almost like reusing what kind of offends us as black people with a lot of his other collabs with different brands and stuff, and trying to, like, kind of have us own it a little bit. But I think that is going to put a little bit of a target on his back in terms of how we treated V-Lone. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to start trying to treat Tremaine Emery like that, not only just because of the artist collabs, because I think Offset might have been his first real artist collab, but obviously money talks too. So, like, if you know that you could work with Travis Scott and y'all could drop some shit together and it will sell out, like, why don't you?
Now you're just going to start doing that.
But you're definitely going down the path. You know what I'm saying? You're going down the path of saturation.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go down that path.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was already, like, it was literally album merch, too. So it wasn't, like, just
they were selling it with the album and shit like that. So,
the
like,
quality really suffered, too.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of them in real life,
I haven't seen it in person.
But
like the new Denim Tears?
The Offset Denim Tears?
I was talking about, like, the big V-Lone.
Oh, V-Lone.
They graduate
Yep. So you don't want the quality to suffer, but also you do want to see a black man do his thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is pretty smooth. Ben R. Oh, this one's on. Did this one shut off? That one's on? Okay. Just making sure. But yeah, that's Denim Tears.
I mean,